Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Jay's and JJ's Kitchen, right? So today we're going to do, uh, I would say beer batter. It's a beer battered recipe. However, I don't use beer. I use sparkling water to substitute for beer. However, if you like the beer, by all means, use that. This is a seafood. I'm doing shrimp today. Understand this can be used with shrimp or fish. It's just a your typical beer batter, and that's what we're going to do today. That being said, we're going to come back and show you our ingredients and get started with our shrimp. All right, guys. So for our ingredients for our shrimp that we're cooking today, right? So this is beer battered, basically shrimp. However, like I said, I'm not using beer. I'm using sparkling water. Matter of fact, good thing I said that so I can add that to my ingredients, right? I want you guys to know everything that I do. So, like I said, we're doing some shrimp. So I got a few shrimp in here. Uh, I look for the anything like 8 to 12 count shrimp. I kind of like the big ones. If you like the smaller ones, by all means do that. So we have our shrimp. We've got flour, we've got baking powder, right? We have, sit that down there. We've got some cornstarch. We've got onion powder. We've got our, you can go with salt, but if you know me, I use my Lowry seasoning salt, black pepper, and that's our sparkling water. Um, like I said, if you choose to use your beer, it's the same amount, but just go with your beer. That's fine. It's no big deal, right? So that being said, these are our ingredients. So we're gonna get this mixed up and get to cooking. We'll be right back. Okay, guys. So here we go with our getting ready to start our process here for our beer battered. I'll call it beer batter, but I'm not using beer. So for our mixture, our batter, right? You want to go with 1 cup of flour. It's about a cup of flour we got right there. Move this off to the side. We're going to go with 3 tablespoons of our cornstarch here, right? You can see my measuring there. I'm not all that precise about it. Especially with things like this. Now, if I'm baking a cake or something, I'm a little more careful with that. For our baking powder, we're going to go with 2 teaspoons. Now that we got that, it's a matter of seasoning. When I get to this point, right, I just kind of go and give it a good covering. I'm sorry. I don't think I included the garlic powder when I gave you the spices for it, which is garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and pepper. So hit it with some garlic powder, onion powder, salt. But you see, I use my Lowry's, which is it's got more flavor than just regular salt. But that's up to you guys. If you use your favorite salt seasonings, that will work just fine. This is a new container, and I guess it wants me to shake it, but we're going to make it work. No big deal, right? Alrighty. Black pepper. Got that there. So next thing you want to do is basically incorporate all this, mix it in into your dry mix there, your flour and your cornstarch and your baking powder. If you've seen any of my other videos, like my chicken or my pork chops, right? Now those you saw my batter is fairly thin, right? However, this, when you do your beer batter for your fish, it's more so it's on the thick side because it's not a matter of how if you see my other videos when I'm frying or chicken or pork chops, I flour it, put it in my batter, wet batter, back in the flour, then to the oil. However, when you make this beer batter, it's basically into the batter, into the oil. So it's a thick batter that you're gonna make, right? So basically, I said it was a cup of flour, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and then your spices, and 1 cup of either beer or, as I'm doing, I'm using, as you can see here, sparkling water, right? That oil is hot there. Got my fryer on, it's hot. It will let you know about it. But so we get to this point. Basically, now it's just a matter of incorporating all of this, get it mixed up together, and then we're going to drop our shrimp in here in this kind of a thick batter and into the oil that we got set for 375 degrees. It looks like I might need to add a little more of my sparkling water to this. I don't like it too thick because this is your breading, and how it goes in is pretty much what you're going to end up with. So that was 1 cup. So you watch me there. I'm going to add a little more and thin that out a little bit till I get the consistency that I'm looking for, right? This should get us about where we want to be. You don't, like I say, you don't want this too thin, and I don't want it too thick. If you like a thick batter on your fish or your shrimp, by all means go with that. However, this is pretty much the consistency that I look for, right? So I'm getting here. So now I'm good to go. Basically, it's just a matter of dropping the shrimp in here. And from here, we're going to go to the oil with it. Got our oil at 375 already. Get those shrimp in there, just like that. Just a matter of coating them. Make sure they're all coated with our batter here. By the way, I don't know if I said it earlier or not, but this works for same batter that I use when I'm doing my either fish, shrimp, or anything seafood that I'm frying, right? Um, if you are familiar with Captain D's or Long John Silver, their fish, right? It's gonna your end product is gonna come out similar to that. Right? So that's what you're looking for. That's what you get with this beer battered mix that we're doing today, right? That being said, we've got these guys about ready. So we're going to get these into our cooking oil and fry them, I would say 3 minutes or so. And this is going to be done. Simple as that, people. That's our beer battered fish or shrimp. Just like so. Drop these things in the oil. You want to make sure you kind of shake your basket because this batter like this has a tendency to stick to the bottom of your pan. So to try to keep them from sticking like that, you want to, once you put it in, kind of give it a good shake until it turns loose from the bottom. I think I got them all. Just like that, people. Simple as that. So here in a couple of minutes, you'll see what that looks like when I bring it out. So they're floating for me there. We kind of got the color that we're looking for, right? Turn this off. Just that quick and that simple. We have our, get them off of there. There we go. Our battered shrimp right there. Like I said, that can be either shrimp or fish. Just depends on what you're doing, but that's how you do a nice battered seafood, shrimp or fish, right? So that being said, we're gonna call that a wrap. You guys have a good one. Let me know what you think about it.